back to For Real and welcome to the Wednesday News Moto. This week's ride is provided by Kelly from Autumn in Asia. He's just reached 500 subscribers and the first of what will be many milestones for his channel. Check out his videos and subscribe for great content on the ground in Cambodia. For Real is a monetized channel and we donate all of our YouTube income to charities in Cambodia. Here is the total that we have donated so far. All the detail you could possibly want is in the description. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for being here, and please remember to like and subscribe. Doing these things helps us earn more and donate more. Today is Wednesday, the 21st of September, and in this episode we'll look at many types of transport, including buses, trains and planes. We'll look at proposed border crossings with Thailand and see what is happening with the decision about minimum wage for garment workers. Unlike the previous 2 years when COVID-19 kept people from travelling, this year there will be free bus services to the public to accommodate the mass exodus from Phnom Penh to the provinces. Phnom Penh city officials have prepared a fleet of 175 free-of-charge buses for any member of the public wishing to travel to their home province for Pchum Ben. Since the announcement was made about the buses, the government has added further assistance for the Cambodian people to travel with more ease during the biggest religious holiday of the year by allowing them to travel for free on the kingdom's railway network for 4 days. A Ministry of Public Affairs spokesperson confirmed yesterday the government has asked the railway operators in the kingdom to provide free train rides for the public from the 23rd to the 26th of September. He added that the arrangement is aimed at reducing the people's spending during the high season, which will see millions of Cambodians travelling all over the country. People will be allowed to travel for free on the 2 train routes, which are Phnom Penh and Battambang and Phnom Penh to Sihanoukville. He added that tickets will be given out at the train station in Phnom Penh and provinces 2 days before departure, while the departure times for each line will follow the schedule set by the operators. Provision of these services has been described as a great move, especially since most people are still dealing with the economic impact of the pandemic. The free bus and train services will reduce the spending of citizens, and it will also ease traffic congestion. In more train news, officials in Laos are making plans to extend their railway system from Laos to connect with Cambodia. The railway line between Kunming in China and Vietnam in Laos is already up and running, and discussions are now taking place to extend the line from Vientiane down into Cambodia. This is a long-term development that provides opportunities for better connection in the region. Ambitious plans to build a major airport in remote Mondulkiri province appear to have come to a stop after it was reported that the Chinese firm behind the project has run out of funds. The Undersecretary of State and spokesman for the Secretariat of State for Civil Aviation confirmed that so far the Mondulkiri Airport development project is still idle. He stated that, as a result of the COVID-19 crisis, which has affected many companies, the Chinese company has suffered huge losses and it can no longer afford to continue investing. The Secretariat of State for Civil Aviation has proposed 3 scenarios to the Ministry of Economy and Finance to resurrect the project. Those 3 scenarios being: number 1, use the state budget to continue construction; number 2, loan funds from the World Bank or the Asian Development Bank; or number 3, find another private partner to continue construction. The proposed Mondulkiri Airport was to be built on an area of 300 hectares, about 20 kilometres from Sen Monorom, with an estimated investment of more than $80 million. All of this in Cambodia's most sparsely populated province. On the other side of the country now, authorities plan to upgrade 3 Cambodian-Thai border checkpoints into international border checkpoints, according to the Ministry of Interior. 2 of the checkpoints are north of Siem Reap in Preah and Oda Mienche, and the third is in Pusat, which is south of Battambang. Progress is also being made on the Stung Bot Ban Nong Ian International Border Checkpoint, located in Ban Tie Mienche near the Poi Phet border, with plans to open it as soon as possible. So that's a total of 4 more new international checkpoints. At the moment, there are 7 international border checkpoints with Thailand, namely Poi Phet, Chom, Osmach, Prum, Dung, Phnom Dae, and Cham Yiem international checkpoints. Cambodia and Turkey have expressed a shared desire to expand cooperation in the field of tourism and increase tourism movement. The Turkish ambassador will be advocating for direct flights between Turkey and Cambodia. The Turkish ambassador praised Cambodia's management of COVID-19 and associated health measures such as vaccination. During her tenure in Cambodia, the Turkish ambassador promised to achieve the Cambodia-Turkey direct flight connection because in order to boost tourism, transportation was needed. Bassac River is now free of 40 tonnes of waste thanks to 700 people who participated in the 5th World Cleanup Day in Phnom Penh on Saturday. Students, local authorities and NGOs participated in the event. The executive director of River Ocean Cleanup, the NGO which has been conducting World Cleanup Day in Cambodia since 2018, said that the event aims for waste-free world and waste-free river, and his team is working every day to make the rivers in the kingdom free of garbage. He said it is hard to collect waste in the rainy season because of the continuous water flow that carries accumulated garbage in the Mekong River before flowing down to the ocean. Waste is not the problem, but the problem is people who throw the waste irresponsibly, especially those who live along the river. The attitude of people towards waste management is very important to become a waste-free nation, he added. Now it's time for an update on the minimum wage for garment workers. After holding 4 rounds of meetings on the 2023 minimum wage for garment workers, the 3 parties involved, the workers' union, the factory owners and the government, have not been able to reach agreement. The prices of groceries, gasoline and rentals have risen steeply, whereas wages have increased by only $1 or $2. So in real terms, these workers are getting poorer and poorer. At the moment, the minimum wage is $194 a month. The union initially wanted $213, but they had to revise their increase to $206. The factory owners initially offered $196 and have increased it to $197, but they're saying that is their final offer. The government has proposed that the final figure should be $198. The parties were due to meet again today to make a final decision. Since they couldn't agree, it will be made through a lucky draw in which all 3 proposals will be put in a box and one picked at random. As soon as we know the outcome of that, I'll share it with you. Let's do some rapid-fire motor madness. A yellow garbage truck was picking up garbage on the road at 2 a.m. earlier this week. Suddenly, a jeep driven by a man who appeared to be intoxicated smashed into the back of the truck at high speed. The driver was detained. A Phnom Penh guest house was left reeling after a truck full of soil slammed into it at high speed. The driver suddenly swerved to the right, causing the truck to flip on its side and discharge its load of loam. Fortunately, no one was injured, but several refrigerators are reported to have been damaged. A foreign national attempted to take on a concrete road divider in his car and ultimately lost, causing him to attempt to escape from the scene of the accident. Residents contacted the police, who stopped and arrested the man before impounding his car. In the weather this week, Cambodia is still taking a lashing with huge amounts of rain continuing to fall, particularly in Siem Reap province. Heavy rain is forecast for much of the kingdom from now until 27th of September. Looks like we're in for a wet Pchum Ben this year. And finally, a good news story. Siem Reap is turning canals into green parks. A Siem Reap sewer canal is being redeveloped by the government into a small public park with lush vegetation and walkways to create a site appealing not only to locals but also appealing to tourists. The canal is 635 metres long and ranges from between 5 and 8 metres depending on whereabouts you are. The sewer restoration project broke ground in March and is scheduled to be completed in November at a cost of $500,000, which is funded by the ministry. Wonderful news. If you've seen the developments going on in Bangkok with their canals, you'll know what they're aiming for here. It's going to be great. That brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you for watching, and thank you once again, Autumn in Asia, for providing today's gorgeous ride. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.